I don't know if it's just me, but so far this year sucks. Since February, I've been in a cast trying to recover from a wrist surgery. Notice how I said trying, but that's not going too well, and it's left me to a lot of unproductive time spent. I'm so inactive that I went to a D Savage concert a couple weeks ago, and my feet were so sore for like 3 days that even like walking up and down the stairs in my own home became so painful. Now, before my surgery, I was working a full 40 hours a week on an industrial water plant, working outside and busting my ass in the trenches doing electrical work. Not even after a year of working outside, especially in the middle of August in like 110-degree weather, did my feet ever get this sore. It really is kind of a wake-up call, but at the same time, I'm in this situation where it's like I'm super restricted with what I can do since I'm in a cast, so I'm really left with no other option but to be lazy and kind of feel useless. Since February of this year, I had quit the one thing I told myself I was going to do while I had this time on my hands. Before my surgery, I had been taking this Google Data Analytics course over on Coursera. Not a sponsor, by the way. And for the most part, I was doing fine. I was actually taking physical notes and applied myself to learn what was being taught. And this was after pretty much consistently cheating my way through junior and senior year of high school. So I hadn't really tried to apply myself since I was like 16 or 17. Well, after about a month of real effort and drive, I kind of burnt out and gave up. I told myself I didn't feel like it would be the right career. But all those reasons are kind of bullshit. In reality, I gave up because I was afraid of applying myself and forcing myself to not travel the path of least resistance. I couldn't just cheat on it like I was in high school because then it would be a waste of my time and money, and the fancy little certificate wouldn't amount to anything because the person whose name would be signed wouldn't actually know what they are doing when it came down to doing the job. Now, you're probably asking yourself, why the fuck did he just waste a minute and a half of my time on some pity story? Because what's more relatable than the sheer thought of anything and everything being a pain in the ass? I swear, just getting on Valorant to play a game of comp is like one of the most painful things now. Like, you either get put with people who are super nice and are trying their best and like are attempting to bring home the dub, but like 9 times out of 10 they're like the biggest pieces of hot boosted trash. Or you get put with people who can play the game and understand what's going on, but they get tilted on like round 2 because they lost pistol and said GG. Then they continue to yell at your team and backseat and make sure that you know that you are scum and suck at the game regardless of the leaderboard position. I mean, tell me I'm wrong. You kind of can't. And let's be honest, we all get tilted and we all yell at our teammates every now and then, and we all have our bad games. But no matter what, if you're the victim to a typical Valorant competitive queue, or you're guilty of queuing your 6th loss on comp for the night and making the lobby a living nightmare, in the end, you're going to be in a state of mind where giving up is the only option. I don't think I'd be the first person to say I agree with your pain. It doesn't even have to be video games. I think most people watching this can agree the real day-to-day struggles of your life are not hard to come across. It's just, for some people, it's different. There's a single mom out there working 2 jobs just for her kids to have lunch at school tomorrow. There's someone out there battling life-threatening cancer. No matter what the situation is, everybody's got something that's a pain in the ass and that really just makes you want to give up. A lack of motivation is something I feel like a lot of people, including myself, struggle with, which could ultimately result in you giving up on that thing you set out to do. Doing homework in high school was always so hard because I rarely had anything to motivate me. It's just like when you have your 2 to 3 week Minecraft phase with the boys on winter break, and then when school starts again, no one gets back on the world because no one's motivated to play the game anymore. It's just bound to happen. I know this is a different kind of video than I usually put out, but I thought I'd try something new and use my platform to start a series where I kind of just talk about stuff on my mind and see if anyone relates to what's going on. Feel free to leave a comment and talk about something you've been struggling with, or maybe something that you were thinking about giving up on. I feel like there's an abundance of people, not just in the Valorant community, but the gaming scene alone, who are struggling with these issues of lack of motivation and wanting to give up. This channel will always be a safe space for people to have a voice. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give me a like and consider subscribing. I mean, you watched this far anyways, which clearly means you enjoyed your stay here. So what's the harm? It helps me a lot and lets me know that you want more of these videos. Have a good one, and thanks for watching to the end.